TMXing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan and we are wrapping up Self-Care September today. And I'm so excited to show you this beautiful fudge because nothing says self-care like gifting or having some beautiful fudge now and then. So today, let me show you how this is done. Now I have just made condensed milk in the Thermomix. So you'll see there's condensed milk. You know, we make it when we need it on demand. And then I've actually got a constant jar of goodies in my fridge, a jar of condensed milk that I just use, and I just keep refilling up as needed. I don't even wash it out. So hasn't gone off or got anyone sick yet. So, you know, it's up to you whether you decide to start a new jar every time. I just keep filling it up. This is classic chocolate fudge. It's straight from Cookie Dough. It's well rated and I'm excited to show you how simple it is to do this today. So let's go start cooking. I reckon as well it also would make an amazing, like we talked about, you know, for yourself, a little bit of something special, giving it to somebody else. But you know, like when Christmas comes around, another perfect gift for Christmas, right? Something you can wrap up in cellophane. So first thing first is it says to line a square cake tin with baking paper. I've got a Pirate's dish up the back here and I've got baking paper in it. So I'll show you more about that later. First things first is that condensed milk. Now I did scrape out most of it just because I wanted to get a good reading of this, because if you are too far off with your condensed milk, look at how thick that is. I mean, I am a little generous when it comes to my measurements. You guys know that. But look at that. Oh my gosh, I love homemade condensed milk. What was I saying? Oh, because you don't want to go too heavy on the condensed milk because otherwise you won't get the setting in this. It won't set, and we do want it to set in this recipe. So going a little on the lighter side, if anything, of the condensed milk. Don't get heavy-handed like I tend to be. So I'd love to know, what's your favorite kind of sweet treat when you're feeling the need for a sweet treat? Put it in the comments if you've got something you kind of go to, or if you need to give something. Say you've got a friend who's having a hard time and you want to gift them something. What's your go-to? Let us know. By the way, talking about that gifting and stuff, I do have a little thinking of you card. So I know I've had others this month, but it's on my website. So go check that out. You'll find it there. Ready to share and print out as well. So, all right, 395 grams of condensed milk. In it goes. Nearly there. Just mindful not to go too heavy. A little bit more. Oh, now I'm making a mess. Nothing unusual. Just have to clean it up, I guess. All right, next up, it's unsalted butter. And that goes. If you end up with salted, doesn't really matter. Like if that's all you had, it'll be fine. Just means it'll be a slightly salted caramel. No big deal, right? Not fudge, but sorry, not caramel, fudge. Now it says white sugar, 250 grams. I've got raw sugar. Don't skimp on the sugar in this recipe. You guys know that when I can, I will. But this is the setting agent. This is what's going to encourage this to go that nice texture that fudge goes, okay? Didn't mean to go over that far either, but anyway, let's embrace the sweet treat that this is, okay? All right, glucose syrup. It might be the one ingredient you go, oh, I don't have that in my repertoire. This jar I have had for forever, donkey's long time. Okay, oh, it actually surprisingly hasn't expired, which is highly unusual. This is one of those things, I just keep it in a box in the bottom of my pantry for when I'm doing special baking. So you'll see it in a very small handful of recipes. If I didn't have it, I would probably try, swap in rice malt syrup. It's incredibly sticky as well, guys. But that might work, but I've not tested that. So I'd give it a go, and if it doesn't work, I guess you're going to use this on ice cream as a sauce instead, or over sticky puddings or something if it doesn't set. But I do think rice malt would be an okay swap. Otherwise, buy it and just leave it in your cupboard until you need it. Now on with the lid, and we need to put our simmering basket on top, which I don't know that I brought in with me. Oh no, I did. It's all good. On it goes. And now we're going to give it 30 minutes at 100 degrees, speed 3. When we come back, there's 2 ingredients you'll need. One is vanilla and one is dark chocolate. I've got my 85% dark chocolate, but you might just use your 70% dark. Totally up to you. You'll need 200 grams of that and vanilla. So I'll return in 30 minutes and we'll get on to the next step. We'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back. The step is just done and I know I've got to move quickly at this point in time. So it's asking us to add, oh my goodness, look at that. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I've got my homemade paste there, straight off cookie dough, and 200 grams of dark chocolate broken into pieces, which I've already done off camera, obviously. So now we're going to put the lid back on and we're going to whip this up for 30 seconds and we do, and I'm going to make a mess, look at that. I do need to move quickly. That's not the lid, oh my goodness. Because I know this is going to set shortly. So up to speed 4 for 20 seconds. It tastes yummy. Melting that chocolate as we speak. And then we've got to move quickly and get it in our pan before it sets, okay? Alright, next it says, working quickly, transfer your mixture into a prepared tin and smooth the surface. So, oh my goodness, does that not look amazing? Alright, let's get this in. You can see how thick that is. Got to get it smooth on top. If you want to be fancy and drop some roasted salted nuts on top or something, get to it really super quickly. I tend to leave the leftovers in the bowl when I've had enough and it starts setting too quickly, and I'll make a milkshake at the end in there. So, you know, you can just leave them in there and add some ice cream, a little bit more condensed milk, or you can see it's setting already. I better move quickly. Got to just give up on that stuff in the bottom there. Alright, we're going to need to flatten it with the spatula and then give it a little shake at the end. Now I will come back when this has set. Now it does need to set. Oh, it's setting quickly though. You can see the top is getting little marks on it as it follows my spatula around. Just tapping it on the bench, excuse the noise, trying to get the air bubbles out. Set aside to cool for 30 minutes and then put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. So at the end of that time in the refrigerator, I will come back and I will show you how we chop it into squares and I will show you the final step here. But how easy is that? No need to go buy sweet treats full of artificial things when you can make it yourself, right? So easy and quick. Yes, it's got a 2.5 hour rest time. But that's kind of good, right? It means we don't eat it all in one go. But I'll come back, show you this final product, and do take it easy in the next 2.5 hours. Do something special for you. You know, go do something you enjoy. Go for a walk. Sit down and read a book. Whatever it is that fills your cup. Because what I do know is that when we are operating from an empty cup, we're not very good at doing much at all. We need to be full ourselves to be able to give and love and do the best we can at what the things are that we enjoy in life. So I will be back, show you the cutting of this and show you the final product soon. So I'll see you in a couple of hours time for that. We'll see you then. Bye for now. Hello, welcome back. Hey, look, it's actually next day now because I got distracted. Life, right? So here it is. Now it is missing a slice off the end. It may have been taste tested already, but let me show you what we do with this beautiful fudge. I'd love to know, you know, have you made a fudge before? Is it something that you give to people? Is it something that, you know, you enjoy? By the way, really nice thing to do with this as well is put it in some milk in your Thermomix, heat it up, and you've got a beautiful fudgy hot chocolate as well, which is just absolutely amazing. So now obviously mine has been in the fridge for longer than 2 hours overnight, okay? So it was soft when we did taste test it before we went to bed last night. It was actually quite soft on the end still, but it was really yummy. I'm sure it's easier to cut now. So first things first is of course cut your ends off, and you'll see how beautiful this is to cut. You want a long bladed knife, and if you want it to cut really nicely, heat your knife up. Have a jug of boiling water next to you. Dip your knife in it, quickly pull your knife out, use a tea towel to carefully wipe your knife so that it's still hot but dry, and then slice. Okay, now I always take off the end. I call that the taste testing bit. And then just cut it into the sizes you like. But absolutely amazing. So I guess you could say decadent. You know, there's times when you got to do things that just make you happy. And you know, if chocolate's your thing, give this a go. You know, do something for you, because this whole month has been about looking after yourself. Okay, making sure you're filling your own cup so you can show up the best version of yourself. So thank you for joining me this month. I hope you've taken away some things that you can do as well in your life to keep filling your cup. You know, for me, sharing my love of the Thermomix, sharing my garden really does fill my cup. When I hear from you and what you're doing in your Thermomix and the things you're achieving and the ease it brings you, and sometimes the sanity it brings you as well, because I know often we escape to cooking when we need, you know, to do something else, right? So I do love hearing from you guys. So thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all that you do, you know, and your kind words over the month as well. It really does fill my cup, and it means the world to me, you know, to know that I've got this community of people who value what I do, and in turn I hope that I can serve you back and give more and more back to you as well. So let's finish this up. Put this on the beautiful chopping board. Obviously you could do more. You can wrap this up in cellophane. Do keep it in the fridge though, it will go soft over time. But that is, how beautiful is that? It is so soft, but it's not so soft that it's gooey. It was gooey last night when we taste tested, okay? But today it's just beautiful. So that is chocolate fudge in your Thermomix. So easy and quick. But thanks for joining me today. I do hope you feel inspired. You're going to use your Thermomix more. But otherwise, take care, and I look forward to seeing you next month to help you get inspired and keep getting more out of your Thermomix. Hopefully getting a little bit of a green thumb as well, so that you can be more self-sufficient and take control of that part of your kitchen as well. But otherwise, thanks for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.